nearly hardy. Hello, my name's Alan Gray. Welcome to Get Gardening. You know, there are some plants that are nearly hardy, not quite hardy enough to stand the winter outside, but it's amazing what you can grow in a cold greenhouse without any extra heat, just the sun coming through the panes of glass. Now today, you wouldn't believe it, but it's probably one of those sort of raincoat on, raincoat off days, typical April showers, but in here we're warm and toasty. And this plant here is, believe it or not, Tropelium smithii. Now I'm very lucky because this turned up in my garden as a seedling in a pot that had another plant in it, and I grew it on and loved it so much I decided to propagate it. And so what I did is I took these wiry little shoots like this, cut below a leaf node, and believe it or not, they rooted cuttings of Tropelium smithii. But if you're very lucky, and if you follow me down here, look at this, you can see. If you get the bees in here, and if you listen carefully, you can hear one humming. Just as I said that, he stopped. But believe me, there is a bee in here, and they'll do the pollinating for you, and there's your next generation. But that is not the only Tropelium here. Look at this exotic little beauty here. This is Tropaeolum tricolor. They look like little fish with their mouths open. Lime green lips, a navy blue ring, a red flower, and a purple tail. How exotic is that? Again, it's only nearly hardy, but all you need is some frost-free glass, and it comes up every year. This one has tubers under the ground, which you save from year to year. Occasionally, if the flowers get pollinated, you will get seed. If you do get seed, you can sow them, but 2 or 3 years before you get a plant like this. Now, this is a strange plant because it comes from South America. As I told you, it was tuberous, and it's growing now. Here we are in April. By the end of May, this will have disappeared underground. It aestivates, and then it goes to sleep until next December, when you'll see little shoots coming up again and you can repot it. Isn't it lovely to have cheery plants like this throughout the winter? You know, there's nothing quite so cheerful as a yellow daisy. You're talking to a guy that likes dandelions. People say they're weeds, but if you see them on the bank sides of the road as you're travelling around in May, they look absolutely lovely. They light the place up. And so do the yellow daisies behind me. That's a plant called Euryopsis pectinatus, and it's day-length sensitive. It flowers when the nights are longer than the days. So it's absolutely ideal to have in a cold greenhouse in the winter, and it gives you sheets of lovely, wonderful, cheerful colour. This is another plant that's nearly hardy. In actual fact, the ones in the garden here this year bloomed at Christmas time because we had such a mild winter. But they're ideal candidates for a cold greenhouse. It's called Cleanthus puniceus. It's a member of the pea family, and its other name is the lobster claw. And if you look at the flower, if I pick a flower off here and you look at it, you can see that it actually looks a little bit like a lobster's claw. It's a beautiful thing, it's an easy plant to grow, and it's worthwhile risking outside. But if you save the seed from these, they germinate like mustard and cress or peas and beans. Lobster's claw. Oops. For a cold green.